this is Soundout here with my first Kamen Rider Fourze review. Today we have the Deluxe Fourze Driver. Oh, God, I've been wanting one of these for so long, and I finally just bit the bullet and bought one for 8,000 yen from Mandarake. There is a huge shortage of these in Japan. I mean, they're just non-existent, basically, so I think I scored out 8,000 yen pretty well, so here it is. As you can see, you got a nice little picture of the toy itself. It says it has 4 Astro switches and a little picture of Fourze. On top you can see the switches you get: rocket, launcher, drill, and radar. On the side you've got Fourze and the switches and the belt tumbling into non-existence. And then you got him, it's like, look, I have shapes. 4 Astro switched Fourze Driver. On the back you got contents here. You've got the different lights and all that, and all the stuff I'm going to show you. You got Rocketo on, Rocketo doiru, limit break. You can see you get switches from food toys, candy toys, gashapons, and then they work in the driver as well as in the Gamba Ride machine. So that is coolio. Yeah, let's just get the actual toy open. I want to review it. So here are the 4 Astro switches you get. You get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, Astro switches are cosmic energy, all that. If you're watching this review, you either are really liking this toy, or you've actually seen the show. But if you don't know anything about the show, I'd recommend go watching it. It's a fun show. It's not the greatest in the world. You may not like it, but it's worth a try. So give it a good couple episode try. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. But anyways, let's look at the switches. Now, switches are a lot smaller than I thought they would be, as they are tinier than Ranger keys, height-wise. Yeah, they are kind of small, but you know, they're still a little neat. Here is switch number 1, which is Rocket. It's got the shiny DX sticker. I don't know what the whole sticker is about. It's like the DX ones are shiny and then the other ones are flat. I don't care. So, yeah, that'll come out handy in the future, considering that most of my switches won't be DX, because I'm cheap. I'm sorry. I don't want to spend money on the roll-po weapons, which I hate because they're not great. So you got the number 1 on there with the rocket. Got an arrow pointing which direction it should go in. It is a circular switch, so it can fit in the circle slots. You got some tabs down here. And you got this big old button. Now, are you ready for the amazement of what Astro switches do on their own without the belt? Yeah, they don't do anything on their own. There are some LED editions of some of the switches that are coming out in the Gashapon sets, but those just have like a little red light that pops up there. It's kind of pointless. So, yeah, if you don't have a Fourze driver and you want a switch, you're going to be able to do this. Because what it does is you put it into the driver, this button pushes down a button, and this thing, you can see a button comes out when you activate the switch. So yeah, they don't really do anything on their own. They're just kind of neat little looking things. Number 2 is launcher. As you can see there, shiny sticker. I meant the shiny sticker looks nice, but I don't know. Number 2, it's got like this little launcher thing going on. It is an X-shaped switch, so it will fit in the right leg slot. It's got all the standard details of a switch, and its movement is that it slides forward, which is actually kind of cool because you can look inside there. You can see that when he goes like that, and the little button clicks out. So that's cool. That's a little neat. Number 3 is drill, which you can see here. Drill. It's got a number 3 and a drill, and it's all out of focus because it's too shiny. It's yellow. It's a triangle switch, so it'll only go into the left leg slot. And as you can see by the arrow, you just turn this and it activates. So, yeah, not too much exciting there. And lastly, number 4, radar, which is how Kengo can talk to Gentaro using this. And it can also target enemies and such. It's cool. So you can see you got number 4 with a little radar dish. It's a square switch, so it'll only go in the left arm slot. And its motion is that. So you get... yeah, that's about it. So that's cool that you get 4 of them. They had to put at least 4 because there's 4 slots. And in order to henshin, you have to have 4 switches. But it would have been kind of neat if they would have included some more. But I guess cost reasons and all that. But yeah, they're neat. They're neat little things that I'm going to collect, all 40-something of them. Now that the collecting gimmicks out of the way, we can talk about the belt itself. Here is the Fourze driver. And I will say this right here. This is the ugliest belt I've ever seen. This is coming from a guy who just spent extra on this. But this is a fun toy. This is a very cool belt. It is neat as a toy. It is a fun toy. It is a horrible belt and is awkward to wear. So, yeah. That's my conclusion. I'm still sticking with I don't like the Fourze driver as a belt. As a toy, it's awesome though. As you can see, the thing is made of mostly clear plastic throughout. So you can see all the circuitry designs inside. Not designs, there's actual circuitry in there, which is cool. Got this blank screen here. That'll come into play later. You got 4 switch slots: circle, X, triangle, square. PlayStation. I just realized that. You got 4 red switches. There, you've got a handle here that's nicely painted. It is a nice size. I mean, I can fit my whole hand right there. And there's a little gold paint right there for no reason. And on the back, you can see you got the battery cover, which is right here. All you gotta do is push the little button down with the pen and slide that off. And you got some nice molded detail. You can see the batteries and all that inside. So that's cool. Now the belt parts itself, you get, of course, the 3 standard belt parts. You get the right belt piece. You can see it's clear plastic with some black paint in there. I really like how the R kind of blends into the design of it. You get the left belt piece, which is basically the same thing, just has an L this time. So you can see it's just the same thing with these being the tabs and those being the holes. And you get a belt holster piece. Now, what this is for is so when you have your belt assembled, let me slide this on first. So you slide this piece on, and you like assemble your belt, and it's like, oh, it's gigantic, and when you run into a wall, it just goes like that, and your expensive toy goes to the floor. So this thing is there to hold the belt pieces in place, so it cannot fall off. So that is neat. Now, unfortunately, this is smaller than an average American adult waist, as it is designed for Japanese children. It is a bit longer than some of the other belts, like the double driver, but all you need is one of these DX belt extenders that I bought a couple years ago when they offered them on Premium Bandai. Actually did a review of them, I think. Yes, I did, actually. And all you gotta do is hold down these buttons, and the left goes here, it clicks into place, and the right goes here, clicks into place, and now you got an adult-sized Kamen Rider belt, just like that. So that's cool. So yeah, that's fun times. Now, turning on the actual belt, you just hit this little switch, it goes from X to O, and you get some lights and sounds. So you can see it just flashes and makes a really loud noise. This is the loudest Kamen Rider belt I own, so keep that in mind. To henshin, you need to insert all 4 of the switches that you have. So you just put in number 1. So let me turn down my lights real quick, so we can see this better. So I'll actually tip it up for you. So you see it says all the names in the best way the Japanese guy can say English. So all you gotta do is flick down these 4 switches and it will activate stuff on the screen. And no matter which order you push the switches down, it'll always get higher pitched with the activation sound. And when you put the 4th one down, it will start the henshin. that is Fourze's Henshin. So there's the 3, 2, 1. There's a little like startup noise. I'll flick these off. When you turn them off, it does the sound. So you flick on the switches. Turning one off will stop it. And you also don't have to wait for the countdown. Also, the little standby noise will keep going after the 3, 2, 1 until it says 3, 2, 1 again. And I think it eventually times out. I've not tried that. I don't want to waste your time doing that. So let's move on to actually activating switches in this thing. So you just activate rocket. So you get the rocket on sound plus the little sound effect, and you see the arm flashes. You can turn it off and makes a little noise, and you can turn on launcher. So you can see it flashes. Drill. And radar. And also, as in the show, if you pull this handle, it will activate, when you have any of the switches on, it will activate a limit break. Now, if you don't have any switches turned on and you pull the handle, you just get the henshin again. Say you want to do a limit break, we can turn on rocket. And then all you gotta do is you pull the lever here. You get quite the fancy light show. I'm quite impressed. If you want, you can also do, say, launcher and radar. So it's still the basic same limit break sound as the generic sound. It's like limit break, generic sound with the names thrown in front of it. Now if you want to have Fourze unable to stand because he's got too much stuff on, you can turn all the switches on at once. And then you can do a limit break with those as well. So it is very cool. So overall, can I recommend the Kamen Fourze DX Fourze driver? Oh yeah, this is a cool toy. Now, if you're not planning to buy any of the other switches, this is kind of a hard purchase, especially with how rare it is right now. I'm hoping it becomes less rare in the future, because this is a really cool belt. But if you're not planning to get any other switches, your playability is limited to 1 henshin, 4 weapons, and 4 limit breaks, and all in limit break combinations, but the limit break sound is still the same for every one of them. So I can recommend this if you like Fourze. If you don't like Fourze, I don't recommend you spending the money on this belt, because it is going to cost you a pretty penny, especially with how rare it is. As of this recording, which is like 2 days before it actually goes up. Anyways, definitely recommended. This is a great belt. It's a fun toy. Okay, let me say that. Let me take that back. It's a horrible belt, but it's a really fun toy. So be sure to check out RidersRangersAndRambles.com for token news and toy reviews in the craziest way possible. Be sure to sign up for the Ramboards to discuss everything Tokusatsu related and more. Until next time, saying goodbye.